So what other rooms have you got here on the labour ward?
Well, we have the high dependency unit, or HDU, and this is the room that we use for women who need any extra special care just before they've had their baby or after they've had their baby.
Right, so whether there's been a caesarean or something like that?
Yes, absolutely.
It's important for mum to go into operating theatre if they've had to have an emergency section or an elective caesarean section, or if they need to have a trial in theatre. So if they need assisted delivery, then they'll go into the operating theatre. After going to theatre, mum always comes back into the HDU unit, which is this area here, so they can be looked after and monitored more closely. If she has local anaesthetic, yes, a partner can go in with her. It's only when they have a general anaesthetic and they're being put to sleep that the partner's asked to wait out in the HDU unit.
So once the baby's born, the baby's wrapped and given to mum.
What happens if baby needs special care when it's born?
Well, we have a neonatal unit on the 3rd floor and baby will be taken there.
Ah, okay, so that's what they must refer to as NICU, is that right?
That's right.
And we've got the buzzer and the hand jet?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I would just recommend everybody uses that.
Yes, certainly.
At St Peter's Neonatal Department, we provide over 20 cots for sick babies in Surrey. We have 8 intensive care cots, so really all the sick babies in Surrey tend to come to us. We work as part of a network for other hospitals in Surrey and take babies before and after they're born. If things haven't gone according to plan and sometimes babies need extra help but aren't too poorly, we have a transitional care unit on the 1st floor in Joan Booker Ward where a neonatal nurse will be looking after the baby. If NICU is full, sometimes we have to transfer babies out to other hospitals within our network, and after birth if they need specialist help or if they need surgery. If we know the baby's going to be born at NICU, we'll allow the parents to look round the unit beforehand and answer any questions. Sometimes go and visit them on labour ward just to talk about any problems that they might have. We have a lovely parents' accommodation which the parents can use to make themselves feel comfortable. The parents and the siblings can visit at any time. Parents can stay overnight if they come from a long way away, and just before the babies are ready to go home we encourage the families to room in for 2 nights just to do everything for their baby, but they've still got a nurse around that can help out.
So everything's gone well, the new baby's here. Where to next?
This is the Joan Booker Ward. It's on the 1st floor of the maternity unit. It's an antenatal and a postnatal ward. So when women have had their babies, they come down to the 1st floor here.
And don't tell me, gel and buzz?
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about visiting times while we're waiting. There are a couple of things to remember.
Absolutely. There are only 2 visitors allowed per person, and we do ask for no children under 16 to visit unless they're your own or your partner's children.
Right, and we'll set out the visiting times at the end of the programme for viewers. So what goes on in the Joan Booker Ward?
Well, I'll introduce you to Trish Watt, who's the senior midwife here on Joan Booker Ward, and she will explain about the ward in a nutshell.
We're a mixture of 6-bedded areas and single rooms, and we cater for women who have, before they have their babies and after they have their babies. And the mums and babies stay together once they've been delivered. The cot alarm is for a security system, so if the mum wants to leave the baby by the bedside, she can quite happily do so. So she switches it on, takes the key with her. If anybody comes into the ward and lifts that baby that's not authorised to do so, the alarm will go off. We've got 4 nurses, no wear pale blue shirts. Myself, I've got dark blue, and that just signifies that I'm a qualified midwife. We have pale green, and that is the healthcare assistants. Yellow is when we've got students. We don't have students all the year through, but the majority of the time we do, and they're the students from Surrey University.
Some women prefer a bit of privacy after the birth, don't they? Can you offer them anything?
We have single rooms that they can actually, there's a charge for, and they are available. So when they come into labour, if they speak to the midwife who's looking after them they then will talk to us in here and we can reserve a room if need be.
So Rose, it looks like we're nearly there now. What other rooms can you show us?
Well, this is a nursery on the Joan Booker Ward, which women can come in to use, perhaps to change their baby or bath their baby. Very handy room if they want to use it.
So what about this room here? It looks great for feeding.
Yes, it's a room that can be used for women who want to breastfeed in here rather than sitting by their beds on the ward. And it can be used for other reasons as well. Sometimes we give babies a BCG injection in here.
Now, food's a real priority for new mums. Where can they pick up basic refreshments?
Well, we have the lounge area here where they can get themselves breakfast first thing in the morning. They can either sit here or go to their rooms and have that. Lunch and dinner served in the rooms. There's a tea and coffee machine here as well. Any special dietary requirements, they really need to speak to a member of staff at the earliest opportunity.
So how long on average would mum stay in hospital, and how on earth does she get out?
Well, any time from 6 hours to 3 days is an average time of stay, and she'll discuss that with the midwife.
And what sort of things should be on a checklist so nothing's forgotten?
Well, we ask her not to forget the red book, not to forget her medication if she's on any, and also not to forget the notes which she'll need to take home for the community midwife to see. Just another thing, if you arrive any time when the main doors are closed, usually at night, if you go along to the right-hand side, there's the night entrance, and you just buzz to be let in. A member of staff will let you in. You find your way up to the 3rd floor of the labour ward.
Any final thoughts?
I would just like to say that the women, they're all individuals. If they ever have any queries about their care, just to get in touch with the midwives. All the phone numbers are on the front of the notes.
Rose, that's been incredibly helpful, a real insight into the workings of the unit. And, you know, mums get a real feel for what to expect when they arrive here, so thank you. So here I am at the pickup area outside the Abbey wing. Don't forget the car safety seat. And also make sure that the hospital has your correct contact details, because they're going to need to tell the community midwife that you've left, because she'll be looking after you from now on. So there you are, a flavour of what St Peter's can offer new mums and babies. I do hope that we've given you the information that you needed. If you have any queries at all, then the team here at St Peter's are always on hand to help, and also, of course, your local midwife. So, good luck with the big day, and rest assured you're in safe hands here at St Peter's.